Mental Health in Motion started in 2018 as a way to provide mental health education, advocacy, and awareness through creative means. So at the beginning of Mental Health in Motion, my main goal, my main focus was to try to provide dance performances that spoke to various mental health topics. In 2018, when we first officially launched, I worked with a dear friend of mine, and her story of having a stroke at a very young age and all of the invisible recovery process from that. So we first started with a big production called Invisible Recoveries, the story of a young stroke survivor, and we did that throughout here in Roanoke and also in North Carolina, pretty much all of 2018. So that was our focus. We presented to a room of 150 medical professionals. We went down to UNC Chapel Hill, presented to students there in a grad program. We were able to present it in Durham, North Carolina, and also a few other places. And then the following year, in 2019, we had an opportunity to work with a few local mental health agencies and developed a whole presentation called Through Her Eyes, the story of a young refugee. And we worked with Catholic Charities here in Roanoke to develop that one. We worked with an amazing local mental health provider, Chanel Henderson. She works for, and I believe owns, a local agency here in Roanoke, and she has worked with people who have come into Roanoke as refugees for many, many years. So we were able to present that one. Later that year in 2019, we presented on World AIDS Day a visual storytelling. That was the name of it, visual storytelling, and it was based off of a few stories of people who had received the diagnosis of HIV. And then the following year, 2020, we were geared up to present a variety of pieces for Mental Health Month in May, but then, everything happened with 2020, and so we pivoted. One of the big things that we did that year with the dance company is we created a dance film called Our Shades of Grief, and it was a very large production, but we were able to film that and then present it in 2021 after the large Uplift event that was a collaborative concert with different local artists. So we had Uplift in 2021, and then we were able to premiere our film, Our Shades of Grief, which was really cool. Since then, Our Shades of Grief has been shown to different art studios, different groups of people down in North Carolina. We presented it at Hollins University and Appalachian State University, and it has been shown to a number of different support groups in the area, which is really cool. And then this year, we have been 2022. In 2022, can't forget 2022. In 2022, we presented two major productions. One was called Before Stage 4 with Mental Health America. That is their slogan, and so we were able to utilize their slogan to develop an entire presentation on what is preventative mental health care. So we did that in the springtime of 2022, and then later in the year we worked with Roanoke College to present a production called Being in a Body, which is all about how we explore who we are as people, who we are as dancers, as movers, as bodies, and how we exist in spaces. And then this year, 2023, we've reached back into our repertoire, and we've been putting some of our past pieces into film with the hope of being able to reach more people, as inspired by everything that we did in 2020 and 2021. And then later this year, in the fall, we're hoping to work with several local artists again to develop an Uplift 2.0 and just be able to reach different communities of people throughout Roanoke and beyond, perhaps even getting into Vinton, into Salem, through these collaborations.